Do you consider yourself militant?
I consider myself Malcolm.
Malcolm, on the other hand, devoted his life's work to overcoming Black America's false sense of inferiority. Malcolm X is still so pertinent, is still so relevant, is still so much felt, and not just here in this country, but globally.
This is Les Payne, Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. He spent decades interviewing Malcolm X's siblings, cellmates, and even the men assigned to kill him. He was working on a biography, but died suddenly in 2018 before it was finished. We sat down with Liz Bass, who helped get the book over the finish line, to hear about Malcolm's legacy and why Les spent decades trying to correct the record.
Because when you read the autobiography, you sort of conclude knowing what's happened, but also he predicts, like, I fully expect to be assassinated for this, right? And so there's something about Les's book that really feels like it not just picks up the baton, but also gets into all these factions.
He also had a lot that was new about the assassination and about some of the other violence that was done against Malcolm X, including the firebombing of this house in East Elmhurst.
A firebomb was tossed into the home of Malcolm X here in New York City early this morning.
One of his former close aides, Captain Joseph, who had been, very close to Malcolm X until Malcolm left the Nation of Islam, confessed to Les only a few days before Captain Joseph died. He told Les that he had ordered that firebombing. 12:30 a.m., with the page still in the typewriter, Malcolm broke from his work to go to bed. 2 hours later, arsonists from Temple No. 7 threw Molotov cocktails through the windows of Malcolm's family home in Queens. A daughter's scream awakened Malcolm, and he managed to escort his pregnant wife Betty and their 4 daughters to safety in the frigid night. He was writing that night. That's in Les's book. It was answers to questions about his philosophy that had been sent to him by an Islamic center.
Oh, really?
This appendix is what he was writing the night before that firebombing in Queens.
Okay. Do you feel like this was very personal for him? And if so,
why?
Oh,
extreme.
Why?
Malcolm X, extremely. In fact, it talks about his experience as a college student hearing Malcolm X speak when Les was at the University of Connecticut.
By the end of the lecture, I felt and knew that something within me had changed, this time irreversibly. Whites henceforth would no longer be superior. Blacks, most important, I, myself, would no longer be inferior.
Les was very aware that I think that many African Americans had a self-hatred that was born out of a racist society, and that Malcolm's, one of his big achievements was freeing people from that. And that, Martin Luther King basically was addressing white people to be better, but Malcolm X was trying to really liberate Black people sort of in an emotional and psychological way, and Les felt that he had done that for him.
Why does Malcolm X endure?
He was a brilliant speaker. He really was he was a brilliant man. And if you read some of his speeches, they're still like electrifying, really. After Malcolm X was killed, at the funeral, Ossie Davis gave this famous eulogy where he called him our shining black prince. And I think that sort of, sums up a lot how people feel about him.
I thought that I would like my children and generations to come to know this most important aspect of Malcolm X, that he was indeed our manhood, our shining black prince who didn't hesitate to die because he loved us so.